Phil, just finished against Real Madrid C. I thought it was a terrific performance in what is really hot conditions.
Well, I don't know what the temperature is, but it must be getting close to the 40s. Whether they were sadistically putting the game on at 10:30 for our benefit, I don't know, for their benefit. But we've got to bear in mind, yes, it is Real Madrid and you see the beautiful surroundings, but the other part of it is their C team and the young boys as well. But I thought physically today that, you're talking about the performance, yes, it was good with the ball, and that'll be nothing like, I should imagine, the 3rd of August when we play against Plymouth. It'll be a different condition, it'll be a different kind of game. But bottom line is we're working towards getting fitter, and my word, they've worked hard today. I thought Laird, Leonard and Atkinson in the middle of the park in the first half were outstanding in their work rate. And then he kept that going for 90 minutes along with Will Atkinson. Laird came off just as a precaution. He took a little bit of a kick in the first half, so we took him off. And then Conor Clifford came on, and we got some good pictures from him as well. So yeah, it's a worthwhile venture, no doubt about it. A good exercise, and fingers crossed come through unscathed. And we've only got a small squad, so we have to make sure that we deal with them and treat them in the right manner. The bottom line is, we conceded a goal from a set piece, and it was a mistake. But we need to get mistakes out of the way. We need mistakes in pre-season, so we can get them out of the way. And apart from a couple of 1v1s in the second half, I thought we nullified Real Madrid's threat with the shape of the team.
Yeah, and that shape of the team, we went with 3 in the middle, didn't we? That worked really well, I thought, in the whole game.
I think you've got to play to your strengths, and at the moment, yes, we're looking to bring 1 or 2 more strikers in. At the moment, we're still operating with Barry Cole, Freddie Eastwood, David Kupilas, who was a trialist today, and Timlin and John White, who's a young pup. Striker provided the width on the left-hand side, but that was in a 4-3-3. I thought they adapted and adjusted to the system very well. But the 3 in midfield, when you're playing that system, the 3 in midfield have got to be tireless workers and a bit of quality when we get the ball as well, and that's exactly what they showed.
And what did you make of the 3? I think it was 3 trialists out there today in Julian Bennett, Conor Clifford, and David Kupilas.
I thought in the first half the first 11, shall we say, not the first team, the first 11 did enough to sort of tire the Madrid players. They were only 5-6 days into their preparation. We are 4 weeks, so we're ahead of them in terms of fitness. And then when I made the 3 substitutes at half time, it's difficult for substitutes to come on first and foremost, but for trialists to come on and understand what we're trying to do in that changing room, it's very difficult for them. But I thought all 3 of them acquitted themselves very well. Conor Clifford was at the hub of a lot of our good football. David Kupilas at times got lost in the game, but he showed that he has an eye for goal. He was in the 6-yard box at the right time on 2 occasions. Should have made it 1-1. Eventually did make it 1-1, but that should have been the winning goal. But I thought where Julian Bennett was concerned, left footer, natural balance to the back 4, and then we had a little bit of a problem at left back with what I call Nigel Real Coker, but he's Ben Coker and Anthony Stricker having to slot in there. So all in all, it was a good exercise. From a trailer's perspective, I'm delighted with the 3 performances, but again, we'll maybe have a look at them back in England and in the QPR game.
Michael Timlin came back today. That was a real positive, and he did quite well when he came on, didn't he?
Tim's is a nuisance. There's no way he is on the field of play. He'll get on the ball, he'll make runs, he'll ask the opposition questions. There's certain things that Tim's does that for me are really impressive. The guy knows his way around the football pitch. It's as simple as that. For somebody to be 4 months, 2 weeks back after a broken leg and be on the field to play for 20 minutes or whatever he got, it's fantastic. Testimony to the physio first and foremost and the treatment that he's been having. We've had setbacks with the internment, and we've had setbacks in terms of his, he's had a cyst on his knee and the pin needs tightening up and 1 or 2 things. But as far as I'm concerned, he got out there and showed everybody he's up for the fight and up for the challenge. We made John White club captain today, and that's an announcement I'm proud to make because he was my first signing. I think what John has done is he's came in and he's created a standard of performance both at training and playing level, and hopefully he'll have a successful season as a club captain. But to be brutally honest, I had maybe 5 or 6 options to make the club captain, but I thought I'd make a statement with regards to a Phil Brown 11 or a Phil Brown team or a Phil Brown Southend team. And so John White's, I'm proud to announce John White's club captain next year.
On a little disappointing note, Don Cowan didn't get the chance out here because of a slight injury, did he? And Kevin Hurst also missed out.
Yeah, Hursty jarred his knee a couple of days ago in training, which is just a very unfortunate niggling injury that he's got, and he needs to be 100%. That's what we're trying to do, to get everybody to 100% physicality come the 3rd of August. And Don Cowan, as you say, he's come into a regime probably a little bit late. He came in when we had been out 3 weeks, and he's joined in. He's given everything, to be fair, and he's just felt his hamstring tightening. That just shows you the levels of fitness and strength and conditions the boys are at. It doesn't matter who you are as a trialist, they're coming in to join us. You've got to get up to speed quite quickly before you can join this mob, and hopefully that fitness level will stand us in good stead next year.
Final thing, quick turnaround, flight back tomorrow, QPR and West Ham to come over the weekend.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not time for a mess around with trailers and people who we're looking at, but you know, hopefully when we get back we'll have 1 or 2 new boys in the camp, 1 or 2 new faces, which will give everybody a lift in the changing room and make a little bit of a headache for me in terms of team selection, but you know, that's going to be my job next year. But QPR will be a good test. Notoriously, I'm being told by Graham Coughlin, but that when you come back from a pre-season tour, you always sort of hit a little bit of a lull. Certainly when you've been out here in the surroundings and the facilities, etc., etc. Coming back to Roots Hall and we're playing against QPR, so it'll be a good game. I may not look at the starting 11 come 3rd of August on Friday, but I certainly will be looking somewhere near on Monday. One of the 2 games I will be showing my hand, I suppose, to a certain extent, but it depends if there's any Plymouth scouts in the stand to give me hand away. But no, we're getting close. It's interesting. It's nervous for the boys before the game because they didn't know what they were going to face today, and they've acquitted themselves very well. And if we apply ourselves in the same manner in the 2 games that we've got to go, and certainly come 3rd of August, we'll give anybody a game.
Perfect.
What qualities do you feel John has that makes him an ideal candidate to be given the armband?
Well, there was a couple, to tell you the truth, Chris. A couple of the main ones. First one, the main reason why I brought him in, he leads by example, both on and off the field of play. He lives his life the right way. He's sporting a black eye because he put his head in underneath the crossbar Chelmsford in one of the pre-season friendlies. It shows you the kind of mentality he's got as a defender. But more importantly, it was putting my stamp on the team and one of the players that I brought in for the football club. And he's only one of 3 at the moment. Hopefully from the season to start, so he'll be one of 7 or 8. But he's one of 3, and I just thought there's no disrespect to Michael Timlin or Mark Phillips or Luke Cross or any of the boys. You know, Freddie Eastwood, Barry Corden. There's a lot in my mind, but I think John. I think the main thing is he leads by example, and I'm not tempted fate, but fingers crossed he'll play 46 games for us.
Yeah. Obviously, like Chris Park, I think it was at Hereford last night. I just saw what's the sort of situation with Chris where he's concerned about.
Well, I've said to Chris that you know, we're moving on in terms of the football club, and Chris, to be brutally honest and to be fair to him, for the last 4 weeks he has been hanging on to the shirt tails in terms of fitness levels, in terms of the training schedule. And the lad is a testimony to, first and foremost, himself, but to the football club, great character. But I just felt as if it may be time to move on to pastures new, lost Ryan Cresswell. Depends on how Chris gets on in the game against Hereford. Or when we get back, he could still be a Southend player and have something to give us next year. So, you know, we're in that area of transition, and you know, 1 or 2 players will be going out, and 1 or 2 players will be coming in. So I haven't decided fully on Chris Barker yet, but
Timlin's contract?
again, Steve Cameron has been working hard behind the scenes whilst we've been away, and I'm hoping that Michael Timlin will be put together when we get back to it.
Yeah, it's good, mate.
It's a done deal, so I just want to, from Tim's perspective, concentrate on his fitness, concentrate on his injury, and hopefully get through it all, and then fingers crossed, Thursday or Friday we might be able to announce something. But there's a little bit of a way to go yet.
Fair result, yeah, really.
Hopefully Steve Cameron will have something for us when we get back.
And just finally, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Jonathan Ford. Is he one that you're having a?
Yeah, we're having a look at John. Fingers crossed it'll be maybe one that will join us when we get back. You know, he's a left footer. I had him at Hull City from Southampton, and left-footed, striker with pace,
Yes.
good balance. He has Premier League experience, he has Championship experience. He has a wealth of experience, to be brutally honest. And if we do manage to get a hold of him, I'll be delighted.
Do you want a free at the moment?